Well, first up, operators of liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, are lamenting the high price of the petroleum product. The price of LPG has gone up by more than 70% since the beginning of the year. For instance, the 5-kilogram cylinder is now going for 55 cedis. Now, they claim the high cost of LPG has reduced the demand for the fuel, as some consumers are now resorting to the use of charcoal. Here's a report.
Liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, is one of the very basic needs of human. However, the price of the product has shot up significantly this year, a situation which has compelled some consumers to resort to charcoal for cooking. Here is Bernard Wilberforce, station manager for Lone Star Gas Company Limited.
Normally they increase it about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they reduce it, but now they don't reach again. It's always up. And it's also affecting the business too. Customers are complaining. Why government doing this? First was like this. Now, anytime you come, they say they fix the prices and they're always complaining.
So after complaining, has the number of people who come here to buy decreased?
Oh, they do come, but maybe like buying 120, 140, now buy 100, buy 60, buy 70 because they can't afford the equipment, so they always buy the below one like the other one.
Some consumers also expressed worry about the rising cost of LPG and urged government to do something to bring down the prices.
I think there's been a lot of increase on this. I think the last time I bought was less than 100. I can't just take. I think it was around less than 90 Ghana. That was the past 2 months. And I use this for domestic purposes. And I think it's just too much for some of us.
It has been an increase. And it's too high. Because I think for the purpose that we should use the gas is to stop cutting down the trees, save our forests. But now that it has been increased to this amount, so many people can't afford. So they will go back to the charcoal use, and it will affect our forests, our forestry too. So I think the government should try and do something about it.
In the span of a year or so, you've had that consistency of increment, which you don't know if it's being pegged at the dollar rate or taxes or whatever it is that it's making it to rise. You don't know, you can't tell. All that we hear is that they said the dollar or whatever. I don't know what formula they are using, and it doesn't make. If you have budgeted and you have planned for something, you go and it's like this, it creates uncertainty.
It is the hope of many consumers that the price of LPG will go down in the coming months, more especially when crude oil price has started falling.
Well, now, majority of businesses surveyed by the Institute of Economic Affairs say they do not expect much change in their business performance in the next 6 months. The business executives sampled said cost of operations have mostly increased, but COVID-19 related expenditure has largely reduced. Here's a report.
Majority of businesses reported no change in performance during the last 6 months. With regard to the business areas whose operations were largely affected, the business executives said cost of operations have mostly increased, but COVID-19 related expenditure has largely reduced. Here is Director of Research at the IEA, Dr. John Kwachi.
Ask the businesses to look forward to the next 6 months and tell us how they expect their businesses to do. And then here also, majority of them said they expect no change, no significant change in their business performance in the next 6 months. And a significant number also said we are expecting a better business performance in the next 6 months. In other words, some of them were hopeful, they have high expectations going forward. Others said we expect to, well, in fact, the majority said we expect to remain the same. But those who said we would rather do worse in the next 6 months were in the minority. Sorry, they were in the minority. And we get a sense that, the businesses expect, maybe the COVID environment to improve somewhat. And therefore, that's why they have this kind of expectations.
On macroeconomic expectations in the next 6 months, the businesses said economic growth will mostly increase whilst inflation reduces. In terms of critical interventions from government to improve the business environment, majority of the businesses called for reduction in government taxes and charges as well as improve the macroeconomic environment. Dr. John Kwachi again.
So, what kind of critical interventions do you think government should pursue to improve the business environment for you? What kind of critical interventions? And then, so we suggested reduce government taxes and charges, restrict influx of imports, stabilize the macroeconomic environment, reduce corruption in public institutions, improve infrastructure. In other words, it's the constraints that we're turning them around and asking them. So those constraints, that face businesses, which of them do you want government to deal with, to tackle, to address, that will help you improve the business environment? And then we have reduce the cost of credit, reduce utility prices, and boost consumer demand. So, in looking at their responses, the longest bar there on the left is reduce government taxes and charges. Yeah, the brown bar is about the first choice. So we have first choice, second choice, and third choice. Those are the graphs there. So the one with the longest bar is reduce government taxes and charges. And then the second choice, the highest choice, second choice, is stabilize the macroeconomic environment.
The businesses sampled were largely retail and wholesale trade. In terms of their ages, they were between 4 and 10 years old.
Now, stakeholders in the tourism and arts sector are urging government to set up a fund that will cater for unforeseen events. Speaking at the maiden edition of the Public-Private Partnership Forum, President of the Ghana Tourism Federation, Bella Ahu, suggested that the fund should be separated from the tourism levy to address sudden unforeseen circumstances like the COVID-19 pandemic.
Tourism is a key economic driver in Ghana, which generates foreign exchange earnings, creates jobs and wealth, as well as stimulates other sectors of the economy. Tourism is currently the 4th largest source of foreign exchange earnings. To grow the sector, President of the Ghana Tourism Federation, Bella Ahu, made some recommendations to government.
Today, we are recommending, Honorable Minister, that a fund is set aside which will help government and our industry in times of such disasters. We are saying or suggesting this fund to come out from the tourism levy. We have challenges in the hospitality skills development policy. Honorable Minister, we are suggesting that there is some skills upgrade that GTA is currently doing, but more especially, we want to see hot cuts better than what it is now.
Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Dr. Mohammed Awal, called for cooperation by industry players. According to him, he will ensure that his works leave a good legacy.
It should be a collective venture between the public sector and the private sector. As been said always, tourism is a government-led thing, but driven by the private sector. We need to continuously collaborate. And GTA President, CEO, there should be excuses for not holding this quarterly. We will not tolerate it. Every quarter, it has to be held. And I need reports every quarter. and I'll act on the reports. Please, say it as it is. I don't want to leave my office whether after 1 year or 3 years or 4 years, I don't have anything to show for it. Otherwise, I'm a failure.
Chief Executive of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Akwesi Ajiman, said the forum reiterates the sector's objective of increasing public-private partnerships.
Everything that we do within the value chain stands on collaboration and partnership. And so this forum will help us create that enabling atmosphere and formalize the collaboration that we need. The steering committee, as will be formed, will then become the fulcrum on which we will build these partnerships.
The forum was themed Shaping the Future of Tourism in Ghana through Collaboration and Partnership. A 9-member committee was inaugurated to uphold the goal of creating partnerships.
Well, let's turn to Agric now. It's the eve of Farmers' Day, and the Agric Development Bank, ADB, is promising farmers easy access to financing of agribusiness for improved agricultural production in the country come 2022. The bank says certain impediments to accessing financial resources with ease are being removed to ensure that the critical needs of farmers are catered for. Speaking at the 12th cocktail organized by ADB for farmers in Cape Coast ahead of Farmers' Day, General Manager in charge of agribusiness, Kwame Siedu-Atrams, indicated the bank's products and services in 2022 for the farmers would speak to their specific concerns and address critical needs. Richard Kunyako has more.
The Agricultural Development Bank says it will ease the doing of business for farmers who require access to financing in the coming year. The bank says there are many restrictions that hinder many farmers from accessing funds for agribusiness. General Manager of ADB in charge of agribusiness, Kwame Siedu-Atrams, says ADB's innovations would find ways that would contribute to better yield and better access to financing by farmers.
There is not much that we import that we cannot produce locally or effectively also help to make available so as even to cut back on the foreign exchange we use in importing these things. What is critical to farmers, I believe, is their ability to access funds to help expand their businesses. We are coming up with products and services that speak to specific concerns of farmers that address critical needs of theirs and therefore enables them to access good concessionary priced funding to expand their businesses.
Agric Minister Dr. Usu Efriyi-Akoto lauded farmers for responding positively to government agric policies. He assured farmers of government continued support for the agricultural production.
I have worked around the world with farmers for many, many years. In many places, the government has to be on its knees begging farmers to come and join. You didn't. You just spontaneously responded to the opportunities that we've given, and the transformation of agriculture in Ghana is taking place because of you. And we commend you for what you've done.
Central Regional Minister Justina Marigodasan lauded the contributions of farmers and urged the youth to go into farming. She shares how excited she is as the region hosts this year's Farmers' Day event.
I've been watching it on television. I've not hosted it before. And today marks a very beautiful journey in my political career as a minister of the region. It was so amazing out there. You saw the enthusiasm of the farmers. All invited guests who came there put up their best to make it a memorable one. It is important because it's really adding something to the local economy. You could see that all hotels in the region have been booked, fully booked. As we speak here, I'm looking for, go to the town and see those preparing tilapia, rice, everything. People are buying them.
The Agricultural Development Bank again affirmed their commitment to honor their promise of giving the cedi equivalent of $1,100 to the 2021 National Best Farmer. Reporting for Joy Business, Richard Kwejonyaku, Cape Coast.
Well, so we'll stay in the Central Regional Capital, Cape Coast, which has been busy with activities to mark Farmers' Day as it gears up to host a national event tomorrow. We're taking you to the event grounds where my colleague, Emma Davis, has been reporting from all week. So how are things shaping up, Emma?
Things are a bit faster, moving at a faster pace than yesterday. Like Richard Kojunyako said, there is a forum ongoing at Impasem by ADB and engaging some farmers and agricultural companies. Right here is RMG Ghana Limited, and I'll be speaking with
Imelda Banfoa.
Please tell me about RMG. What do you do?
So RMG Ghana is part of the RMG group with chemicals, seeds and fertilizers to farmers to ensure that their yields come out good. We also give them expertise on how to go about their farming. And we also have farms that we personally do partnership with farmers. We produce rice, maize and cotton. Currently, we have a partnership with the President's Planting for Food and Jobs.
Okay, so please, where can we locate you if someone wants to get your contact?
Okay, so we are adjacent Nyaho Hospital, just around airports. And our contacts, we can be contacted through 0249 561 552. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, Daryl, there will be a rehearsal ahead of
Ashanti region. We deal in agro input fertilizers such as NPK 251010. We have urea, we have sulfate of ammonia. And we also have seed that has been approved by Ghana Standard Board. So whenever you need quality input such as fertilizers and other stuff, you have to come to NFA Ventures. And we are very grateful for this year's Farmers' Day celebration. And we are so happy to be involved in this year's Farmers' Day as well. So we want to thank the Ministry of Food and Agriculture for the opportunity given to us. And we wish to be here each and every year. Thank you.
How can we locate you? Where exactly? And then your contact?
We can be located in Kumasi at Cabri Hall. And our contact is 0249 586030. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Daryl, moving on is BH.
My name is Alex Kwame Donyina. The name of our company is BH Fertagro Company Limited. We are a licensed agri input dealership in Ghana. Basically, we supply and make available globally differentiated granular fertilizers for our farmers to be able to enhance their yield and ensure that they get the best out of their input and their efforts.
Where can we locate you and your contacts?
Okay, so we are located. Thank you very much.
Let me just take one more exhibitor, but before that, you know, there are food stands here, and if you're hungry or anything, you can chill out here. So my next stop is Esodoso Sidalco Company Limited. Please tell me more about your company.
Yeah, we are into agrochemicals and fertilizers as well. We are one of the pioneers of liquid fertilizer in the country, and we've also added to the brand our fungicide, and also we do have some good granular fertilizers as well. Yes, on the motorway extension at Manet, and we also have 5 regional reps in Ho, as well as Western region. We do both Western North and Western South. We have one in Techiman, and across the country, apart from the North, we have reps all over. Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, Emma Davis there for us, and so she'll be there tomorrow as well to bring us live updates from Cape Coast. And just programming alert for you, Joy Business Social is coming on tonight across our social media business, and Dana Kwe, Executive Director of ASNAP, as well as Agri Impact Council. So that's at 6 tonight across our social media platforms. You're watching The Marketplace. Another event we want to update you on soon is the Made in Ghana Fair, which has opened at the Junction Mall in Accra. We'll fill you in after this break. Welcome back to the marketplace. We want to take you now to the Junction Mall, where the 5th edition of Joy Prime's Made in Ghana Fair has opened. It's aimed at promoting Ghanaian products. I want to connect now with James Ishan for the latest from over there. You have just a minute, James, to bring us up to speed on how things are shaping up where you are. James can't hear me, it appears, but that's the venue for the Made in Ghana Fair. That's the Junction Mall in Accra, and Nungwa to be specific, where
that is here at Nungwa, and it's the 5th edition of the Made in Ghana Fair. That is the Joy Prime Made in Ghana Fair. And let me quickly speak to some of the exhibitors and know what they've been up to. I can see some products here. Tell me, talk to me, what's happening?
Okay, so this is our stand. This is the end of our Ghana Limited. We produce cocoa products made in Ghana. So we have our natural and instant chocolate drink. And our product is really good. And I really like what Joy Prime is doing. This is a very nice event. So we'd like to encourage others to come to the event to see what is made in Ghana.
Now, let me move to the next stand to speak to a lady there. She's been, I don't know whether, with the captain or something.
We promise you we'll bring you stories from the Made in Ghana Fair in our subsequent bulletin. That should be Business Live. Thanks for watching, everyone. My name is Darryl Kwao.